Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be looking at it's going to be my end of month review for January. It was meant to be mid-month review, but I've been working loads of hours at work, so I just didn't have time to do a mid-month review, so I'm really sorry, but I'm here now. So what I do in my either mid-month or in this case end of month is just to see how I got on for the month, whether I managed to stick to my budget, any problems that arose and how I kind of dealt with them as they arose. I don't think it's going to be a very long video today, purely because there wasn't much going on in January in terms of my finances, but let's take a look at what has changed since the start of the month. So we had a debt of £22,419.94. Of that amount, £579.99 was from a laptop that I bought last year. But I did a savings challenge between this recording and the budget with me for January, and out of that there was £40 put towards my laptop, which is amazing. That went off my Halifax credit card, which is where I bought the laptop. So this has now come down to £539.99. So put a little cross through there. So that is something. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Other things that have changed this month. So I've had survey money come in. So we've had, not got a lot of space here. I'll put survey here. I had 3 amounts from surveys come in, and they were 25, 20 and 5. So what is that? I could do it in my head, but I will lose track. 25, 20 and 5. So I got £50 this month come into my account from surveys, and I have split those between my gift fund, which is saving for my son's birthday in October, and a new sinking fund that I've got, which has been named Occasions, and that is to act as a kind of a buffer for gifts for other people's birthdays, or Mother's Day, Father's Day, or also for like events like Halloween, Easter. I'm going to try and pay for those things out of my wage for that particular month or the month before, but an example of where that doesn't work is March. This year is Mother's Day and my stepmom's birthday, but that month is also the month where I'm in work every day. Not every day, but I'm in work the whole of the month. I work in a school, so some months we get a week to 2 weeks off, and obviously that helps with travel costs. In March, that's not happening, so there's going to be a lot more going towards travel. I also have to pay ahead for school clubs that month for, I think, May and June, maybe 1 week of April, and possibly 1 or 2 weeks into July. Last year they stopped school clubs at the end of June, and then I had to pay for wraparound in July, but I didn't have to pay that until July. You don't pay for that in advance, so I don't know how much that's going to be in March. All I know is it's going to be an expensive month. So I needed this Occasions money to kind of start paying for gifts for Mother's Day. So I was going to show you, but I haven't got them here. I got my mum and my stepmum some Burt's Bees lavender and honey hand cream, which is in a cute little box. And my mum loves licorice, so I got her these really nice, they're like licorice balls, but they're coated in salt caramel chocolate. There's like a little pot of them. I'll do it on camera so you can actually see like a little, it's not very big, but yeah, so I've already paid for them, so that will ease my spending for March, hopefully, when that comes around. So this £50 is not going to be included in this budget. I'm not going to add it to the buffer or anything. That has already been set aside in those envelopes. So here I'm going to tick through what we've actually spent already. So the train is as normal. I have paid £128.80. The one good thing is that the scanner, I use like the smart card, and I beeped it and it didn't take a day off. So I've managed to save a day. So there'll be one ticket moving forward into February. So I've saved £9.20 there for next month, but it won't make a difference this month. Bonus balls, 12. Nobody's won it this month, so it's at £40, I think, to win. Amazon is as normal. All this has just come out. These are all bills and credit card payments. I managed to put, also with the savings challenge I did, another £85 towards debt this month, which is really good. But I have already got the credit card bills coming in, or the statements for next month, and there's not really been any difference despite me paying off a bit more, like even just a few pence. So I'm a little bit confused, and interest has gone up. I don't trust. It's my MBNA card, this one here, and this is the one that I'm going to try and pay off fastest because there's something not quite right with it. It's really, all my other credit cards come down each month, like they never go back up. This one bounces around, and I don't know, I don't trust it, so I want to get this one paid off as soon as possible. This is the one with the most interest, but it's also the one with the least amount on it, so I'm going to be doing the Snowball and Avalanche in the same card. So yeah, hopefully get that paid off as soon as possible. Do not trust it one iota. And then this has all come out as normal. It's just insurance. These are all just bills and not going to change. Food, I'm on track to save my little £40. I've got one more weekly spend, which is today. I'm doing a really cheap food shop, like really cheap dinners. We're talking cheese on toast and beans and noodles, and I have a few things in the freezer that we're going to just use up. So it's going to be really basic dinners for this week. I may even come in under budget, I don't know. But we'll definitely have the £40 saved. And then rabbit bedding, I had to, they just didn't have any at their range, and I needed to get some. So I bought a big pack online, £13.49. I don't like doing this because this is where I've done it in the past, where I've bought something the previous month and then taken, or said I'm going to take the money out the following month. But because I had so much money, sort of just in envelopes, like it was in my bank essentially, but from the savings challenge, there were things that I put into envelopes that I can't spend yet. I can't spend until they've reached a certain amount, or like gifts money. There's like, I think I've got about £150 in my gifts fund envelope. I've got 105 in my school trips envelope. None of that is getting spent for a long time. So I've got the money there in my bank. So I don't feel bad about doing this. I took the £8, which is what I was budgeted, and I've marked down £5.49 for next month because this bag is huge and it will last at least 3 months, I think. So I may even not have to pay anything in March. So yeah, it's good. I don't want to get into a habit of that, but I've done it for this month because I just had no other choice. They just did not have any in the range. It was sold out. Every time I looked, nothing. So I had to do that. Pet supplies. So I hadn't spent the full amount. I think I spent about half, but then I had to buy extra from my buffer, and I had to find that money somewhere. And so essentially I have used all that £12. Lint roll, and then dentist was £45. We already knew that before I did the budget because I'd done my budget a little bit later this month. I think I did it on like the 3rd. I went to the dentist on the 2nd, so I knew how much that was. This has now gone out and it was exactly as I expected. Gifts I've put into the gifts fund envelope. 20 I've put into the social funds envelope. School trip, they still haven't got back to us on what people have voted for yet. We still don't know what we're doing. We still haven't paid anything towards it. So that £25 will go forward into February. So in February, when I save another 25 out of wage, I'll have £50 there ready to pay to the school if and when they get their bottoms into gear and actually sort out what we're doing. So that will be paid off, but that will move forward into February's budget. Buffer, I've used every single penny of this. So I had a lot of toiletries run out I needed to pay for, as well as, I guess makeup. Is that included in toiletries? It wasn't makeup, it was like cleansing balm to take makeup off. I like the Clinique one. Yes, I could probably get cheaper, but I like the balms. I haven't found many places do like cleansing balms, and if they do, they're usually more expensive than the Clinique one. So if you can recommend like a drugstore, I mean, is Clinique classed as a drugstore brand? I don't know, I feel it's quite expensive, but a drugstore brand that does I like the balm. I like, instead of using like micellar water or whatever it is that would take off makeup, I feel like that drags on your skin when you use a cotton bud. I don't like cotton buds either. Whereas the balm, you just kind of rub it into your skin, it goes oily and it just lifts all the makeup off, and then you just wash it off and there's no pulling on the skin. Or, you know, I've got crepey skin now. I'm 45 and my skin's more delicate than it used to be, so I had to buy that. I got myself a cheeky keyring. It was $2.99, but and I don't regret it because I love it. It's $2.99. I don't care. Love it. I also had to get a takeaway. I did get a takeaway from I have a mukbang ASMR channel, and I want to do one takeaway on it per month. The rest of it's like cheaper food, sweets, things like that. But I want to do one takeaway because they are popular, and that channel is monetized, so I will get some of that money back. So a takeaway came out of this. My brother's birthday card I got out of this. I needed to get some lint roll, so that came out. My son had a last minute birthday party invitation, so we had to buy a present out of it and a card for that boy. And then just like toiletries had to come out of it, shampoo and things. So yeah, I used up all of that money. We are on the 27th when I'm recording this, so I'm hoping nothing happens in the next 5 days, because I am at zero apart from the last little bit of money I've got for food. But on a happy note, we did put £435 into savings challenges. If you haven't seen that video, I recommend watching it because it's so satisfying. So that was really good. I was chuffed about that. So no extra money has been saved. It's all gone this month. It is what it is, but I don't mind so much because I know that I put all this money into savings and debt and towards my husband and gifts for, like, money has gone into areas that needed money. So all in all, I am pretty happy with January in terms of finances. It's been a bit up and down in terms of life stuff, nothing too major, but not really a great start to 2025. Hoping February's a bit kinder to me. Nothing too major, just a few little frustrations, annoyances, but then a couple of nice things. I've had a custom video request, which I'm going to be recording today. I've already been paid for it, but I don't like to take that money out of PayPal until I've sent the video and that they're happy with it. So I've had, £45, but PayPal takes a little bit because it's a business PayPal account, just so that I can remain anonymous. So I think £42.89 is in there, ready for me to withdraw. So that money will be used for, I'm going to halve it. Half will go towards savings challenges in February, along with anything I've saved at the end of my budget next month. And the other half is going to go into a new category, which is called sinking funds. And that is going to be for repairs, replacement of things, clothing for my son, like not uniform, but ordinary clothing. He's not in a massive need for it. Luckily, my mum tends to buy him joggers and t-shirts and pyjamas for Christmases and birthdays. So he's got some, but a lot of his clothes, a lot of his t-shirts are now starting to get really small, and he's only maybe got a handful that are the right size. So I need to be aware of that. Shoes, trainers, things like that. I'm probably going to have to get something this year for him. So I'm just going to try and get ahead on that. So it's for replacement, repairs. I guess replacement could include the clothes as well. And also for me to get a haircut. Half will go into that. Got so many envelopes now. It's going to be crazy, but it's working for me. This is working at the moment. Obviously this could all change. I'm constantly evolving how I'm doing my finances, but it's really motivating, and that's, I think, key. You need to like switch things up a little bit now and again to remain motivated, whatever that means to you. So yeah, it's all good. February, I'm really excited. I've already kind of had a sort of quick practice budget for February, and I'm going to have quite a bit for a savings challenge, not as much as this, but I'm going to have a good amount, which I didn't think I was going to have. I thought it'd be at like £20, but it's going to be way more than that. So that's exciting. And I'll be recording my budget with me for February next week, so you'll get another video in a week's time. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you do like watching and you haven't subscribed, but you'd like to, just to see how my journey goes, just to see how I'm progressing, then I'd love to have you around. Any hints, tips, as usual, are very much appreciated. I have got one tip for you guys. Might not really help many of you, but I really wanted to get myself a new book this month. I've read the Strike novel that I was reading. I finished it. It was so good, and I really wanted to get the new Richard Osman, or the latest Richard Osman book, but when I had to get the birthday present that I wasn't expecting, and the lint roll and just stuff that I wasn't expecting, I didn't in the end have the money to get myself a new book. I already had started Wuthering Heights, which I'm just not liking at all. It was on my Kindle, it was free, so I am reading that because I've got nothing else to read. Yes, I have a library card, but the tip I have is, a friend told me about something called the Libby app. And you can, so it's basically borrowing ebooks, which you can do from your library. You can borrow your ebook, but it goes on your phone. I don't really like reading off my phone, like not books anyway. But the Libby app allows you to borrow ebooks from the library onto your Kindle. However, it's only available in the US, or it might be other countries, but not in the UK. My uncle lives in America. He reads a lot. I haven't asked him yet, but I am assuming he has a library card. He reads a lot. So I can borrow his library card code and hopefully be able to use the Libby app. And if I can, then I'm hoping I can get the Richard Osman book on the ebook, as a borrowed ebook, because I don't care about holding on to it. I'd probably just sell it anyway. And even if I can't get the Richard Osman one, there'll be loads of books that I would love to read, and yeah, that I could just borrow on my Kindle. So if you are in the US, or you have friends or family in the US that could lend you their library code just so you can set it up, then you might like that. If you've got a Kindle and you don't, want to be reading on your phone, I thought it was quite good. I hadn't heard of it, so I thought it was quite interesting to know. But that will do it for today, guys. Like I said, I'll be back next week with my February budget. I hope you've had a great January. I hope you've had a better start to the year than I have. And let's look forward to February, and hope that February is a great month. All right, I will see you guys soon. Happy budgeting. Take care. Bye.